So how old are you? Well, let's see how many of these stars from 1968 you can name.
St. Nick told me that he was on his way to the Mexico Children's Home in San Antonio, Texas.
And Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is going to be happy to make a stop at the Hartford Hospital Pediatrics Ward in Hartford, Connecticut.
And you kids at the New England Home for Little Wanderers will be happy to know that Santa Claus got all your letters, and he's on his way with some shiny new toys.
And to the children of the Dornbecker Memorial Hospital in Portland, we're sending a bag full of toys and games that you'll all love.
Dancer, Prancer, and Blitzen will be parking outside Casa de la Esperanza, House of Hope, in Tijuana, Mexico, with lots of goodies for all the children.
Well, Dean, I hope the boys and girls at the Children's Hospital of Michigan in Detroit are watching, because Santa Claus is going to be good to all of you.
And Santa's been working nights to get his delivery ready for you children at St. Vincent's Orphanage in Chicago, Illinois.
And you children at the Hillcrest Center for Children in Bedford Hills, New York, will be real happy to know Santa had to hire some extra reindeer to make a delivery at your place on Christmas Eve.
And it's going to be a real Merry Christmas for you children at the Angel's Haven in Glen Burnie, Maryland.
And all of you at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Children's Home in Buffalo, make sure that you keep the front walk all shoveled off, because Santa's planning on dropping in there, too.
And things are really humming, Dean, at Santa's workshop, so he can deliver some real fun toys to you children at the Gila Indian Reservation at Levine, Arizona.
You know, at St. Vincent's Orphanage in Columbus, Ohio, a lot of eyes will light up brighter than Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's red nose when they see what Santa's got in store for them.
Santa plans on making a trip to the Children's Convalescent Home in Washington, D.C.
And Santa's helpers advise us that he'll be heading across the Pacific with some goodies for all youngsters at the Children's Hospital for Crippled Children in Honolulu, Hawaii.
It's going to be a real happy Yuletide for you children at the Barium Springs Orphanage in Statesville, North Carolina.
I want you kids to know that neither rain, sleet, or snow is going to stop Santa from visiting children at the Children's Hospital of the District of Columbia in Washington, D.C.
And if you children at the Edgewood Orphanage in San Francisco hear footsteps on your roof on Christmas Eve, it'll be Santa with lots of goodies for you.
And on his way down from the North Pole, Santa's making a special stop at the Jesse Lee Home in Anchorage, Alaska.
And you children at the Protestant Children's Home in New Orleans, Louisiana, will be happy to know that Santa got all your letters and he's got some nice surprises for you.
You children at the General Children's Home in Indianapolis, Indiana, leave out the welcome mat on Christmas Eve, because Santa's going to drop by.
All of you children at the Clyburn Home for Children in Baltimore, Maryland, will be happy to know we spotted Santa and his reindeer speeding along the Milky Way, and they're headed in your direction.
I'll be loaning my hat to Santa to fill with toys for all the youngsters at the Southern Christian Home in Atlanta, Georgia.
I've been real busy all this week rounding up Santa's reindeer so he can visit all you children at Children's Orthopedic Hospital up there in Seattle, Washington.
And there are lots of fine toys on the way to you children at Terman Avenue Home for Children in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And it's going to be jingle bells for all of you at the Kendall Children's Home in Miami.
Santa's going to be making a stop at the Boys Home of the South in Greenville, South Carolina.
My good friend Barney Fife from Mayberry told me he's given a police escort to Santa, so he'll be sure and get to the Ethel Harpst Home for Children in Cedartown, Georgia.
Santa's going to be making a visit to the Methodist Children's Home in Worthington, Ohio.
Santa Claus will also be making stops on the roofs at the Abbott House, Irvington on the Hudson.
And all you kids at St. Joseph Hospital in Phoenix, Arizona, be sure to clean out the chimney, because Santa's going to drop in on you, too.
Now, you children at the St. Mary Villa in Nashville, Tennessee, be sure and leave a light in your front window, because a nice man in a red suit and a white beard is going to be looking for your place.
I wish I could see the smiles on the faces of you kids in Seattle at the Children's Home Society of Washington when you open your presents on Christmas morning.
Even Scrooge is working overtime this Christmas to send lots of wonderful toys to you children at the Memorial Hospital for Cancer, Children's Ward in New York City.
And I hope you children at the Madonna Manor in Marrero, Louisiana have an extra large chimney so that Santa can climb down with all the fine toys he'll be bringing you.
I just checked Santa's itinerary, and you children of the City of Hope Medical Center in Duarte, California, are going to have a most welcome visitor on Christmas Eve.
So how'd you do? If you only got Johnny Carson, you're probably not watching this to the end anyway, but you're way too young. So let me tell you who they were. All right, you ready? George Burns was number one. William Holden, if you got that, my hat's off to you. Tony Bennett, still alive. Vince Edwards from Ben Casey, the Doctor Show. Gail Gordon from The Lucy Show. Phil Harris, hard-drinking Phil Harris. Dom DeLuise. Charles Nelson Riley, did you get that one? That was a tough one. Nancy Sinatra. Johnny Carson, if you got that one. If you didn't get that one, I have no hope for you. Bob Newhart and Glenn Campbell. Man. Greg Morris from the original Mission Impossible. Raymond Burr, of course. Ironside and, brain fog. Peter Graves, Mission Impossible. Don Rickles, Mr. Warmth. Lauren Roberts. No, that's not right. No, Lauren Robert from Bonanza. Is that right? Olivia Newton-John. Barbara Feldon from Get Smart. Dennis Weaver from Gunsmoke. Rowan and Martin from Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Dan Blocker from Bonanza. Roy Rogers with a fresh dye job. Joy Bishop. Michael Landon from Bonanza also. And Jim Neighbors. God bless him. Andy Griffith from the Andy Griffith Show, of course, Mayberry. Frank Sinatra Jr. Did you get that one? I know my buddy Wayne Neff would get that one. Red Skelton, Paul Lind, Tennessee Ernie Ford, 16 tons. And of course, Jimmy Stewart, most wonderful life. Jack Benny, Bob Hope, Lucille Ball. Now there is a list of luminaries. My little Christmas gift to you. If you only got a couple, you're way too young. If you got, well, I don't know, there were a lot of them. If you got more than 15, you're doing pretty good. And here's my buddy, Dean Martin.
Well, I want to thank all of my friends for dropping by and helping me make a lot of kids happy. Now, you have a happy holiday, and from all of us to you and your loved ones, a Merry, Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a